Hey, so let's talk about the crazy pressure of being a parent these days. I mean, if you've ever felt like you're just buried under a mountain of expectations, always convinced you're not doing enough, well, this one's for you. We're about to dig into the science that says you can finally take a deep breath and relax a little. Does this feel familiar? You're scrolling through an endless feed of parenting hacks, you've got a stack of books on sleep training, and there's this constant chorus of voices from everywhere telling you what you should be doing. It's a total information flood, and it is so easy to feel like you're drowning in it all. And this quote it nails it, right? We have access to more information than any generation of parents in history, but somehow we feel less sure of ourselves than ever. So, you know what? Let's cut through all that static. Let's find the real signal in all that noise, and we're going to start with the absolute foundation of everything. Okay, so to really get what our kids need from us, we have to start right here with how their little brains are actually put together. And what the science tells us is, well, it's not only fascinating, it's honestly a huge relief. Get ready for this because this number is wild. By the time a child turns 5, their brain has already built about 90% of its adult architecture. Now, that doesn't mean learning is over, not even close, but it means the foundational wiring, the groundwork for everything that comes later, from handling big emotions to solving tough problems, is all being laid down in these first few years. So what's the magic ingredient for building this incredibly complex structure? Well, the beautiful answer is that it's not the latest educational toy or some crazy expensive program. The most powerful tools for building your child's brain are the simple, back-and-forth interactions you're probably already having every single day.
And scientists have this brilliant name for it: serve and return. Seriously, just picture a game of tennis or ping pong. Your child serves by pointing at something, making a noise, or even just giving you a look. You return that serve by responding to them. This simple little game is literally building their brain one neural connection at a time. So, what does this actually look like in real life? It's simple. A baby babbles, and you babble back. A toddler points at a dog, and you look and say, "Wow, yeah, that's a big dog," and you share that moment together. That's it. That's the game. And that's you building your child's brain. Now, this whole serve and return idea brings us to what might just be the most freeing, the most liberating concept in all of parenting science. We know these interactions are super important, but how often do we need to get them perfectly right? The answer? Well, it might just change everything about how you see yourself as a parent. So just take a second and guess. To build that deep, secure bond with your child, that feeling of safety and trust, what percentage of the time do you think you have to be perfectly in sync with them? 90%? 80%? I mean, let's be honest, most of us are shooting for 100, right? Perfection. And here it is. This is the massive gap between our expectations and the actual reality. We're all aiming for this peak, this near-perfect connection. But the science shows us that the real goal, the sweet spot, is somewhere way, way more forgiving. This is where we can finally start to let go of all that pressure. Okay, just let this number sink in for a minute. 50%. The researcher Dr. Susan Woodhouse found that for babies to develop a secure, healthy attachment, their caregivers only needed to get it right about half the time. Not 90, not even 70, just half.
And believe it or not, it gets even better. Decades ago, a pediatrician named Donald Winnicott came up with this amazing term, good enough parenting. And what he found was that being in tune just 30% of the time was more than enough to raise happy, healthy kids. The key takeaway here is that perfection was never, ever the goal. And look, this isn't just one random study. The science is incredibly consistent on this. You've got Dr. Woodhouse saying 50% is enough to build security. You have Winnicott saying 30% is good enough. And another researcher, Dr. Edward Tronick, found that even in the healthiest relationships, we're only in perfect sync about a third of the time. The message across the board is crystal clear. Good enough is way more than good enough. But hang on, what about the other 50 to 70% of the time? You know, the moments when we miss the cue, when we're distracted, when dinner is burning? Well, this is maybe the most mind-blowing part. Those moments of mismatch, they aren't failures. They are actually opportunities. They're when your child learns how to handle small frustrations, how to bounce back. Your imperfection is actually a gift.
So, if we officially give ourselves permission to let go of perfection, what should we be reaching for instead? Well, it all comes down to this one crucial shift in your mindset. from trying to be a perfect parent to just aiming to be a present one.
Research from Harvard is so clear on this. The single biggest thing that predicts a child's well-being and success in life is having at least one stable, responsive relationship with a caring adult. Just one. Notice the word isn't perfect, it's not flawless, it's just one. That right there, that's the whole ballgame.
And this word, responsiveness, it sounds so clinical, but it's really just the small stuff. It's trying to comfort them when they're upset. It's getting excited with them about a weird bug or a cool rock they found. It's looking at them when they're having a tantrum and saying, I see you're really upset, instead of just telling them to stop. It's simply letting your child know over and over again that you see them.
So the next time you feel like you messed up, like you've fallen short, just remember this. The goal was never to be some kind of flawless parenting robot. Your child doesn't need perfection. They just need you in all your messy, beautiful, human imperfection. And that, truly, is more than good enough.